Last time on Dimension B.
Hello. Please kneel on all fours. And in that position, there were evil spirits on the ground. This to find where you really are on all fours equally, just the smallest amount. Now in that position, recall some pleasant sensation. Now perhaps stop a moment, particularly if you don't hold your stomach tight. And then you discovered, oh, to your surprise, you did that for quite a long time. This creeping mode, you could lift the body a little bit, and how the pelvis swings. How nice it is. Can you sense those curves of the back when you walk? The primary curves of the lumbar and cervical. Sense how tall you feel, how your head is upright, looking at the horizon. See how your eyes, how your head swings a little from side to side. Stop in the middle there, and you sit gently. Sense how you feel. Thank you very much.
I'm while watching a movie.
There is a place at the edges of space and time, a dimension that holds cinematic evidence of the past and present. Through years of experimentation, a doorway into this mysterious realm has been discovered. Our mission? To explore what lies at the depths of Dimension B.
Boom shakalaka!
Boom shakalaka!
Boom
yes.
shakalaka.
Oh, yes. Episode 4.
Oh, yes!
This is episode 4.
Yes!
This is Kung Fu from Beyond the Grave. It had to happen. It couldn't
KFFBTG.
wait. It had to happen. This is a gem from the Far East. In this episode, we have with us an internet personality known as Lazy. How are you doing, Lazy?
I'm doing good, thank you, sir. How are you?
Awesome. We also have, as always, Dr. Science,
Dr. Science.
the madman himself.
What's going
And making a strong return is Bike Burfy, the Dice
Bike.
Ninja.
I'm back!
So did you watch Watchers, Mike?
Watchers? Yeah.
Did you watch Watchers? The
Er-
episode that you missed, they couldn't record?
Wait.
It
Wait.
was the one with the Sam Squanch?
No, I don't think so. Watchers?
Oh, you missed out.
Hmm.
Now, Lazy, you tried to watch it, didn't you?
Watchers?
Yeah.
Nope. Nah.
Well, there you go. Batting 1,000.
There it is. No, wait. Is that the one with the kid and the dog, the golden retriever?
Yeah.
Yeah, now, see, I listened to your all's podcast, so I didn't watch the movie directly, but I was there in spirit.
Wait,
In
what?
spirit.
Yeah,
Good
I
enough.
watched that one too. Yeah, okay, never mind.
I'm glad we're all sharp today.
Yeah.
Before we
We didn't
get
do a
into the movie
podcast
itself-
with that one?
You didn't.
I wasn't?
We did.
There's an episode with it.
That was all the reschedules, and your
Yeah.
family came in
Right.
and all that.
I think every one of us had at least one reschedule in there, though.
Yeah, I was,
Yeah.
I was
I mean, that
ready
was
for
just
like
some
the
crazy-
second time.
Hey, what about me? This time, I didn't reschedule at all.
Thank you. There was no reschedules this episode.
Not this time.
So
Congratulations,
good job, everybody.
All right. So,
I'll just pat
Lazy.
myself on the back. Yo.
I want to know a couple things before we get started.
Okay.
First of all, what is the worst movie you've ever seen?
Oh God, I've seen so many. Thanksgiving is high up on the list.
As
What?
the worst
That was a
ever?
good movie. What are you talking about?
Nice tits, bitch.
It had to be said.
See, really? I mean, within like the first 20 seconds or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I like seeing tits, but that line was just cringeworthy.
Yes. Yeah.
And then,
it was a
there's-
rubber turkey puppet thing.
It's terrible.
You just got stuffed.
Yeah, stuffed.
Okay. How did you enjoy Kung Fu from Beyond the Grave? Did you enjoy it?
It was a good
Okay,
one.
PPG.
I watched it multiple times. I think the alcohol intake really affected my viewership because I passed
yeah,
out
Mine too.
multiple times.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I was really drunk when we watched this.
Probably the drunkest out of any of these episodes, I would say.
Yeah.
I really was. That was the first note that Dr. Science took. He said,
His
Bobby
first
Mike.
note.
I'm really drunk.
Really drunk
So,
for this
yeah.
one.
That kind of goes without
So-
saying in this little group of people, I think.
Yeah, well, when you're, especially kung fu movies and horror movies, and this is a
You-
horror kung fu movie, so
Yeah, you're
Well, and you know,
expected to drink.
it's getting late in the year. It's getting dark. You like to cozy up with a nice bottle of, I don't know, some sort of high proof stuff.
Yeah.
Keeps you warm. It's getting cold.
Or cheap
Yeah.
domestic light beer.
there we go. So, Lazy, what
Yeah.
does the term B movie mean to you?
Well, first off, they can't afford Tom Cruise. That's not a bad thing.
What about Legend?
We won't go there. I'm not going there. No. B movie, it's, it's the campy type of thing that everybody expects. I don't actually know of any B movie kung fu's that I've ever watched because, really, they kind of go hand in hand. They're the same thing. I've seen hundreds of kung fu movies in my life, and this one ranks up there.
Yeah, you're a huge kung fu enthusiast, and that's one of the main reasons I wanted you to get in on this one, because this is kung fu, but it's also like horror kung fu, which
A neat thing
And
about
it's-
this movie is it kind of goes into the Chinese whole mythological death, afterlife thing. It brings in hell. You even got Dracula.
yeah, which is
Count
Amazing.
Dracula, save me!
Zombies,
it's one of the best scenes in
skeletons,
the movie, for sure.
ghosts, Dracula. What more do you need?
Everything. Crazy wizards pinching nipples and
Yeah.
setting things on fire.
He's a spitting wizard.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, now let's get into it here. Kung Fu from Beyond the Grave, known in China as Yin Ji, which,
Yin Ji.
according to an online translator, means either footprint or cash register.
I like
You
cash
decide.
register.
It was directed by Chu Li, which, if you look at Chu Li's, he acted in a lot of kung fu movies, and I'm just gonna list some of these because they're so awesome. The names of them. Let's see, Deadly Duo, The Oath of Death, The Lizard, Japanese Connection, Heroes of Sung, Blood Brothers, Small Tiger Karate Fighter,
Oh, I've seen that one.
Iron Bodyguard, The Chinese Tiger. Where let's get some other ones here. The Oily Maniac,
Oh.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Web of Death. He's even been in a movie, Fist of Fury 2, which has Bruce Lee and what's his name, Fred Williamson, who does Black
Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Ninja Supremo. I want to see that now.
Now that sounds like the 90s.
Let's do Ninja Supremo.
Ninja
Let's see,
Supremo!
Ninja Supremo was 79, so only a
Oh,
little off.
well, damn.
Written by Feng Liu, and starring Billy Chong like you've never seen him before, 'cause you've probably never seen him before. And also starring a guy, you can't make this stuff up. His name is Lei Lo,
Perfect.
and he is Cam Dai Fu, the evil dude man. And also there's a Chin Lai Sung, who is the Black Magician, who is the better villain of the two, I believe, in this movie. I like
Or
him
Lazy
better.
Eye.
Yeah, Lazy Eye.
That's what we called him the whole movie.
He had this huge ponytail that he'd wrap around his neck like a pretentious hipster scarf or something.
Uh-huh.
A hair scarf.
The face reminded me of kind of like the Three Stooges. He's always like, "Why
Yeah. It sounded like Betty from Kung Pao.
Yeah, I kept wanting to say, I'm Batty! While watching it. I mean, that Kung Pao is such an awesome movie, and, you know, just think of that while you're watching this. It's all good.
It's all good in the hood.
Because ripped shirt, that's a very popular thing in Kung
Gotta have
Fu's.
the ripped shirt.
They rip shirts, rip shoulder.
Disrespect.
Yeah.
Disrespect.
Yes.
So, the movie, Kung Fu from Beyond the Grave, opens explaining that China is old and believes in ghosts and shit. They also say that the 7th month of the year is the Yin month, and on the 14th day, the gates of Hades open and ghosts come back to take money, bribes, and food and stuff.
Yeah, and
So
there's
July
terrible
14th,
moaning.
Ghosts.
In there, yeah. So we get the stock ghost howling.
Oh, and then you got
flying food
floating
that the ghosts are
fruit.
munching on. Yeah.
You can
fruit
barely
and-
see the fishing line.
Turkeys. Yeah, it's almost believable.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Jiggly turkey. We cut to Billy Chong just doing some routine evening foo. when all of a sudden a ghost floats in and gets kicked right in his paranormal face.
Yeah.
Just flying over the wall in his backyard.
That's a
And
fine
I
how do
love
you do.
I love how Kung Fu always has that slapping fabric sound. It's very aesthetic. It's like.
It's because they're going so fast.
Yes.
Super fast.
It's like Mach 8 fists.
Yeah.
Which will be the next Kung Fu movie I make. And the first one.
Mach 8 fists. I love it.
The ghost comes back in with a more direct approach and just like, hey, Billy.
I'm your dad.
And he tells him that he's his father and he's back from hell to get little Bilsif to avenge his death. He was murdered by Kam Dai Fu, and what is hilarious is that his father goes on about how he had to like save his money up in hell to pay
Hell
his
money!
way, enabling him to visit Billy.
Yeah, and he's like,
You unfilial boy. You'd even hit your father.
My father is dead.
I've just come back from hell.
Huh? Are you kidding?
My son, you're a grown man now. You must seek revenge for me. I was murdered by Kam Dai Fu from Yellow Dragon Town. I worked very hard to save my money down in hell so I could ride my way out to see you.
Just over there at the Hell Savings and Loan.
Yeah, he's only there for like 30 seconds, so I hope it didn't cost too much.
well, he didn't have very much hell money.
Yeah,
Think about
it's
it.
short on the bills.
And hey, the one thing, you know, there's a little bit of wisdom here. The son's like, they have money in hell? They take bribes in hell? And his dad's like, the things are the same everywhere. There will always be
Whoa.
greed.
There will always be greed. Billy immediately sets out for Yellow Dragon City to find Kam Dai Fu and whip his ass. His mother doesn't like the idea because Yellow Dragon City is haunted, and his Uncle Wang and his Uncle Chung went there to do some ghost adventure shit and
Those
never
are
came
real
back.
creative
They
names.
never came back.
Never came back. So Billy disregards his mother's opinion, like all boys do.
Of course.
Billy hikes it out in his best suit through the wilderness when up
Uh-huh.
ahead there is this tree climbing sword fight going on against some bearded dude and the
Yeah.
black magician.
And there is a
Must
special
avenge his
move.
family.
It's the magnetic finger touch explosion.
Yes.
They're
they
both
do the
using magic
finger-
at the same time, and they float together, and waboom!
they,
Now that's magic.
They do the finger thing and then they're like floating until they touch. And there is an explosion that ate the piece of the tape. Did you see that? Like it messed up the film for some
It's
reason.
awesome. Ah, goodness.
And apparently the black magician is after a book for Kam Dai Fu to do his evil deeds.
Yeah.
And Black Madge spits in the dude's face and kills him, but fails to find the book because he hears
Well-
Billy Boy coming up the path.
The thing is
So
you
you
don't
like
ever
Billy
turn
Boy.
your back on a man with a headband.
Never.
he turns his back on him and says, "Oh well, first it's like I hope you become a better man." And he's like, "Oh, I don't want the book anymore." And then he turns his back on him. The guy's wearing a headband, so he does like a somersault over him, like bites out his eyes somehow. You fucked up.
He does like this upside down spit thing in his face and like blinds him. But the bearded dude said that they went to school together. I guess wizard school.
We went to wizard school together.
Yeah. He forgives him since they went to the same school together.
Brother, you keep that magic book. I don't want it now. I was just kidding you, you know.
As we're from the same school, I forgive you. You can go now. I hope from now on you'll change and become a good man.
Hogwarts.
Class of 17.
So
Yes.
Class of 17. That's awesome. Of the Ming Dynasty.
Of the Ming Dynasty. So when he scurries off, Billy stumbles onto the book and realizes, it's a book of magic.
Well, first
So
of all,
he
he's
does
trying
what everyone
to
would do
bury
with
the
a book of
guy.
magic.
He's trying to bury him. He's digging his grave with the sword. And little did he know that there's secret book sword storage. He finds this book.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
well, what's this? I'll just put it back in here. And then he buries the guy with the sword.
And then he
pays no
buries
mind
everything.
to the book.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
If I found a secret book and hidden book storage in this sword, I'd keep that.
Well, he knew it was a magic book, too. He's like, a book of magic.
Too much power.
Whoa. So then Billy gets to the city and stays at a bed and breakfast type place for the night. And his father whispers more stuff to him, waking him up like, Billy.
My son.
Hey.
My son. I died a horrible death. You must get the cold-blooded murderer and avenge me. Remember.
Yeah, he's got like a
Don't forget
scratchy
it.
smoke voice.
Yeah, he sounded like Patty, Marge's sister on The
Exactly. Patty from The Simpsons.
Billy.
And when he wakes up, he finds that someone in the place is being murdered. He hears someone getting murdered, and when he investigates, he gets into a foo fight with some chick.
As soon as
He
he
gets
walks out the door, he's in a
away.
fight. Like, who randomly starts fighting strangers like that?
That's Chinese custom, man.
That's what happens in every kung fu I've ever seen.
Exactly. No time for talking.
You coming to my house? We're gonna fight.
Fist first!
These are all lines from that kung fu movie, Mach 8 Fists. Come to my house. We gotta fight.
We're gonna fight.
We're gonna fight!
And the background noises are hilarious throughout this movie. Now they find out there's some really weird shit afoot here, and the Black Mage is doing some ritual junk where he boils down some hearts and slurps it up and spit it all over Cam Dai Fu to make it.
Give us back our hearts.
Spitting all over him.
And then in the background, there's these ultra high whale songs. And then he's all like shaking and jerking this bell. it's going.
Something like
Cam
that.
Dai Fu gets covered in blood, and him and Black Mage have this
Spit blood.
romance thing going on.
He drinks
They
the
just,
blood and like spits it all over him, right?
spits it all over him to make him invincible. It's
Invincible blood.
like yeah, it's
Power
kind
of
like
magic, come to me! I'm speaking you, heavenly deity!
Yeah, he says crazy shit. The thing is they need 2 more hearts to finish the ritual, but the rules to getting the hearts are pretty specific.
Very specific.
A male and a female, they gotta
Special
be
hearts.
banging, and they have to take them right when they're achieving orgasm.
Miss Wan, in 3 days' time, I want you to get me another 2 hearts.
But, sir,
Ah, that's an order.
hearts aren't hard to get. But you told us before. They must be male and female. That their hearts had to be taken during orgasm. Also, the donors had to be young and healthy. You see, it's a real problem.
You refusing?
Hey,
No, sir.
How
They have to
specific
be
is that?
healthy people too.
Very
Oh,
nice.
They have
healthy.
to be-
Yeah, don't forget that.
Of good
They
age
can't be
and
just
healthy.
like some hobos, some unhealthy hobos banging in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
That's too easy.
I don't know hobo
Obviously.
hearts.
That's too easy. Exactly.
Too easy.
So, and while they're going over this, some ninja guy overhears it, and like the wizard sees him at the last second because
Isn't that Billy though? I think that's Billy.
that's not Billy. We find out later that's
Billy
that
does
cop,
it later, right?
That government agent.
Oh,
It's
it
that
is the
government
government
agent
agent.
guy.
Okay. Well, he throws a
Yeah.
plate at him, and the guy dodges it. And then, little did he know
Yeah.
that
Oh,
the
yeah.
government agent's hiding right behind the corner,
like,
waiting on him. And then
scurries
the wizard does this cape flip, like because he missed him. He didn't catch him.
Fuck
Cape
that
flip.
guy.
He walks away all
Case
pissed off.
closed. That's good.
If you got a cape, you got to make use of it and flip it when you're mad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they invented the cape.
Yeah.
It's just an extension of the human emotion.
Capes.
Cape.
The murder victims from the bed and breakfast or whatever are taken outside by the people there and are scalped to prevent them from returning as ghosts, which I guess is just a local custom in that area because Billy had no idea what they were doing. He was like, "These people suffer great pain. Why would you scalp them?"
They died a terrible death.
I love the dubbing. It makes
A
dubbing.
terrible death.
So, some people think that dubbing lessens a movie. In my opinion, even terrible dubbing makes the movie better. And
Yeah, I think
it's
I
awesome.
think it greightens the movie.
Yeah,
Great
these
instrument.
exaggerated voices and obviously American accents and just overacting. It's
They're like
really
New Yorkers or something, or from Boston. They always get like this tough guy. Hey, what do you mean? Huh?
It's me. Yeah. Hey.
Ah,
gonna have a real nor'eastern coming in.
I'm Betty.
We went to wizard school together.
Yeah, class of
Yeah,
17.
Wizard school. Fuck.
Then we finally get to some quality kung fu action here.
Uh-huh.
This is where this is the scene where Billy walks up to Cam Dai-Fu's house and just like comes to the door and like, "Hey, who are you?" Blah blah blah, and he just whips everyone's ass.
Beating the shit
all
out
the
of
way
everybody.
to the front
Like,
door.
bah, bah, bah.
Yeah.
No, look. His leg comes out from nowhere. It's not even possible that he kicked this guy in the face like that. It's when the guy says, "My master told you to stop!" And then he kicks him in the face. Like, how did you even kick him like that?
Too bad I'm kicking all your asses.
Yeah. Billy
perfect.
confronts Cam Dai-Fu, and explains everything, and then gives him the terms of
I can
what
prove
he must
everything!
do.
My father came back from the dead and talked to me as a ghost!
Which is real proof in their
see?
culture.
Well, a ghost
I
told me,
wonder what
so
their
obviously
court's
it's
like.
true.
Tonight on Ghost Court.
Kung
The plaintiff. Billy says his father came back to tell him that Cam Dai-Fu owes him money and murdered him. Cam Dai-Fu says this is ridiculous and slander. He could be sued. Tonight
I could
on
put you
Ghost
away for a long time.
So the conditions that Billy gives Cam Dai-Fu is that he has to give all his money to charity,
Yeah.
and then right every single wrong.
Right, every single wrong.
Every single wrong in the world.
Then he has to commit suicide,
Exactly.
and that's the part that pissed him off.
Yeah, he was like, "How do I win in this?" Billy just walks away like whatever, and he whips everyone's ass for like
Well, he has to beat his
I don't
way,
know,
beat his way out of
5-10
there.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The henchmen
fought his
have
way out.
rejuvenated.
Yeah, that was some extensive ass kickery in that scene.
Yeah. And then some dude comes out of nowhere wearing black. Like, who the fuck is that new guy in the black? They all look the
Yeah.
same. Who is that?
It's really hard to tell, because when the first time I watched it, I thought that Billy and the ninja guy were the same person, and then when I finally saw them
Are
on
you
the
a
screen
ninja?
together, I was like, "Oh, okay, those are two different people." Huh. Well, the ninja guy makes the thickens the plot somehow. I can't really remember
Somehow.
from all the intense Fu action.
For about the first hour, I wasn't sure that there was two different people. I'm like, wait a second, isn't that Billy? Why did he change clothes? What? Huh?
Exactly.
It was a little hard to follow.
Yes.
Yeah, because you know how all kung fu actors,
They
just
all do
look
that.
the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically from one fight to the next is the plot.
Lots of people going, huh, ha, huh, ha.
Just a blur of fists and fury.
I have no reason to fight you.
Cam Dai Fu at this point is pissed off. He wants Billy dead. And through the whole movie, Cam Dai Fu's tagline is "That freaky bastard."
Yeah, that
He
freaky
says it
bastard.
5 or 6 times throughout. He's like,
Yeah.
"That you freaky bastard."
Freaky bastard.
Ah, you freaky bastard!
Yeah.
I'll get that goddamn bastard. I'll turn this town upside down. Nobody has ever dared mess around with me like that. Yet that bastard made a complete fool of me today. I'm gonna make him regret that.
Mr. Cam, don't you worry. My men are out looking for him.
He could be from the provincial government.
Hey, I don't think so. I've just greased the palms of those people. They won't send investigators. They take too long to get here.
If you ever find that freaky bastard, leave him to me. I'll tear his heart out with my own hands.
Freaky dicky.
Billy comes back when Cam Dai Fu lies down to take a
Well,
little nap.
he's starting to get tired, so he's yawning dramatically, as if he's saying,
Oh, yeah.
"I'm yawning," and he's
all
he's
that
simultaneously
fooling- all that
slapping the
fooling
back
takes
of
its
his
toll.
neck. So I guess in China, when you slap your neck, that means you're tired.
He must be tired. He's
Yeah.
slapping the shit out of his neck.
Yeah.
Slap the shit out.
But
It
Billy
kinda hurts.
Billy slips in his window and then wants to fight him again. So Billy wants to know where his father's buried, but Cam Dai Fu ain't telling.
I killed a lot of people.
More kung fu, and
Yeah.
I love how much there of it is in this flick. If that made any sense, that wasn't
How
a real
much of it
sentence,
there
but
is?
yeah, yes,
Is that English?
so much fu, so much fu.
So much
So
foe.
much fu.
And it's not just kung fu; it's magic kung fu.
It's
You know what I
magic.
mean?
Fu.
The power of
Black
magic.
Madge does some weird shit to Billy's eyes, and like Billy has to flee the scene because he can't see, and he then overhears some drunk guys sneaking into a crypt to pilfer some free food and booze and all,
Yeah.
and that are left for all the spirits because it's like whatever the 14th day of June,
Yeah,
or
14th of the
July
7th
or
month.
whatever.
July.
It's July, yeah, July
July.
14th.
The Reaping Day.
July 14th.
Ghost Dependence Day.
Ghost Independence.
Ghost Dependence.
God damn it.
These guys are serious goofs. And they're playing some sort of drinking game by guessing how many fingers the other one's going to hold
It's
up.
kind of like rock,
And they're
paper,
just like,
scissors,
rock, paper,
but with
scissors
numbers, and the
with,
one guy
numbers.
keeps saying 9!
I don't mind out there. You drink. All right. Two. Hey, go on, drink again. All right, go on. Come on, again. 3.
I'm winning! 9!
You can't pick 9 every time.
I'm
You gotta
winning!
drink. You gotta
Yes, I
can. So really, and they're so stupid that they wake the dead, and the coffins start opening up. The zombies make their appearance. Sweet. Which the thing is, they're obviously zombies, but they call them ghosts. They don't call them zombies one time. They call them ghosts the whole movie, but they're obviously zombies
They're zombies.
because they're bodies. They're not.
Well,
spirits,
I don't know.
they're bodies.
They have powers because later on, we'll get to that later on. The holographic zombies, that happens.
Yeah, yeah. They have those too, which are real ghosts.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's not sweet about these zombies is that they hop like bunnies.
The bunny hopping, yes.
Yeah, the zombie
They
hop.
don't walk. They
The
just
dance.
They
The zombie hop.
with
And
their
they put
arms
their
out.
they put their paws in
And
front of
their
them
hands
like
are
that
curled
too.
down.
Yeah.
Like a little.
This is an actual bunny hop.
Yeah, it's
Very
the
strange.
truest sense of the term, bunny hop.
Yeah. True minions from hell bounce like bunnies.
It's their
Billy
punishment.
has fallen
You must bounce like
asleep.
a bunny.
And then they start tickling him. Like that's.
Yeah.
I would think that a zombie would start tickling somebody. Yes.
He's just like hoochie coo, and he's like, "Hey, stop it!"
Yeah, stop.
And then he
Leave
wakes
me
up.
alone.
Stop it. Hey, leave me alone.
He wakes up and freaks out, but then the Crypt Keeper busts in, who's a hunchback, by the way.
With his humpback.
And comes
I'm your
out
savior!
and shoos the zombies back into their coffins with magic. And then that's when Billy
Shoo, zombies.
puts
Shoo.
everything together. Of course, he uses a flashback montage, because that's how it's done. Billy remembers the magic book he buried.
Need a montage!
Sword
He
storage.
can use it to beat Cam Dai Fu and his lackey Black Mage. Yeah.
He needs that damn book, so he runs back, he grabs that shit, and then he starts learning it. And then he's summoning somebody. He's like sending off these signals going...
Yeah. Doesn't he do like some kind of spin move?
Yeah.
And the
Out of
kaleidoscope
coffin, all of a sudden,
happens.
this stupid antenna pops out of a coffin. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me!
Yeah. Yeah. There's like Roman candles and beepy noises.
Yeah.
And he calls upon this one-legged dragon or something, and he speaks to the spirits
I got a
with this
one-legged dragon
antenna.
for you.
Like you said, it's a real antenna off the top of your house, coming
Yeah.
out of a coffin, and it's just completely ridiculous. Like tapping in. But it calls on the zombies. They come out, and he hires them to be his assassins, which is pretty sweet. Zombie assassins. Excuse me. Zombie assassins.
They would be
Zombie
pleased to
essence.
accept the contract if everything is right, or if the terms are agreeable.
The terms are agreeable, which
Yeah.
they were, because immediately they got to work.
They did it.
Uh,
So what'd they
And
do?
take Billy. What'd they do?
What did they do?
They infiltrated
Billy.
that guy's base, and then they're walking through. Like they open the door all mysteriously, and everybody's like, "Huh? The door open!" And he's like, "You two, go close the door." Yes, sir. They run and they go try to close
Billy-
the door.
Billy
Little
is
did-
cloaked with their ghost powers.
He's
got their
cloaked.
ghost powers. And
Ghost
they just
powers.
waltz right in. And they're just fucking with everybody the whole way.
Yeah.
They're like slapping people. And,
Yeah, there's one.
where the
ball-
ghosts?
it's a hidden ball punch. Pat!
Yeah.
And then he turns around and punches one of his buddies, then punches this other guy.
Were they still bouncing like bunnies?
No, they're like,
I think
they
can't
were have to do that
floating. They
anymore.
walk normal. Yeah, I guess they're
Maybe-
floating.
Yeah, they were stiff after just getting out of the coffin.
Yeah, they come in and they're in the house, and he's like, "Hey, Cam Dai Fu's not here." And they're like, "Yeah, we know." Like, well, why are
They
we here?
start-
And then they just start eating his food and looking at
they're
his
eating
books
everything.
and stuff.
Home crashing!
We don't get out much.
Yeah.
And then there is a zombie ghost wizard kung fu fight. And it's badass.
It
because
is.
Black Mage, with his freaky deaky powers, he can see them, and he can see
Yeah.
Billy, and he just starts whipping some undead ass when Billy steps in, and this shit gets bananas.
Because
And
Billy
Black
starts
Mage
using
calls-
the magic too.
Yeah, well, he's got the book now.
Yeah.
And he just, like, it does its own thing. It just glows and shoots lasers and shit.
Shoots
It's
lasers.
some of the
Black
best
Mage-
special effects I've ever seen.
Yes.
Amazing.
He calls on these, Black Mage calls on these long-tongued wizard ghosts with
They're
giant
ghost
hats
judges.
and
There's
zappy
a black
sticks.
one and a white one.
Yeah. But Billy
Ghost
has the
judges.
book, and he just, like, shows them the book, and they're all like, "Bah!" and it zaps them and kills them.
That's
Yeah.
where the special effects come in. It's some of the best shit I've ever seen in a kung fu movie. These orange bolts of like somehow lightning, I guess, but they're
It really
like
wasn't bad
arrows.
for the budget.
It's not
Yeah.
too bad. Anyways, it's pretty good. And then
And
what happens?
Black
Mage, he gets upset. What's he do, Bobby?
He whips out a bunch of singles and makes it rain as he calls upon the mighty Dracula,
He go, I'm coming.
the only white guy in the movie. And because
Obviously,
Dracula, come to my aid!
Whitey is inherently evil, therefore he is Dracula.
And he can bite ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you bite ghosts? I don't think so.
No, it's Dracula.
He flies in from the sky.
Dracula is pretty badass, and yeah, he is biting and fighting and fooing, and Billy tries the book on it, but no
Yeah.
effect. Yeah,
No
really
book.
too strong. That book doesn't mean nothing to me.
And
So
then
then
they
they
whip
try
out
to
the
cross.
cross.
And he's all like, and then he grabs it, breaks it, and laughs in their face.
But the thing
And
is,
Will
they
Nothing-
had one cross. He broke it. Now they have 2 crosses. Why didn't they think of that?
Well, it didn't hurt him, really. He
Yeah, I
he
guess.
didn't care. He was laughing
Yeah.
at him. And so
Yeah,
you're all like,
alright.
will nothing defeat him, you ask?
But
There
then
is
garlic.
one thing. Garlic. That's right. Garlic defeats the mighty Dracula.
course.
And Billy is just like winging cloves at his head.
Like what, bitch? I got garlic.
Exploding. Exploding him.
They're like magic
And,
cloves
just
too,
when
weren't
you
they?
think Billy's gonna finish off Black Madge, the zombies run away for no reason at all. They just
Yeah,
are like,
that's-
"Oh, we gotta go. We're
See ya."
late."
We gotta
Time.
go.
Ghost Union says we get breaks.
Yeah. I have an origami class at 7.
Don't make me call the supervisor. Let's see. Billy has to fight his way out on his own now. So they're all ganging up on him. And then the ninja guy shows up and helps Billy. And so as Billy runs away, apparently the ninja comes back, circles around, says, "Oh, here, let me keep that book safe for you. While you run away, I'll hold him off." But it turns out to be the Black Madge in disguise.
Dun, dun, dun.
So Billy runs all the way
Dramatic
back to the
reverb.
crypt, and the real ninja shows up, and Billy wants his book back, but the ninja man don't have it.
Billy wants his
So
book
they-
back.
They foo it out, and the ninja man finally tells Billy that he's a government agent investigating the murders.
Government agent.
And then the
Right.
hunchback guy busts in. Do you know that apparently the hunchback is Billy's Uncle Wang? He's one of the uncles that they said never came back. He's a hunchback.
Are you for real?
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
And it explains that there's this old dude named Fang, who's his other uncle, who probably knows where his father's body is.
Well,
So he
son
goes to
of
see
a
Fang.
bitch.
And Fang, it's funny because Fang's like, there was this one night I got into a fight with my old lady,
Yeah.
and I went out drinking. And when he's out boozing, he stumbled on a bunch of dead bodies, and he just felt compelled to bury them.
There is one man who probably knows. Who? It's old Fang.
Oh, I recall. It was 17 or 18 years ago. One night, I had a quarrel with my old lady. So I left home to go for a drink. I had quite a lot to drink. It was late, so I took the shortcut home through the big forest. Oh, my God. I didn't want to leave their bodies exposed in the fields, so I buried them there. And now, everybody calls that place the mass burial ground.
He was drunk as fuck, and he buried 12 dudes while so
Yeah.
wasted. That is impressive.
He's like, and I
Just the
buried them
difference
in a
of cultures,
place,
man.
and that's why we call it the mass burial ground.
Hey, you
Oh,
forgot about
good
the
name
part,
for
like,
it.
where they're in that restaurant, and then that fight breaks out, and then everybody keeps jumping over the handrails. Nobody uses stairs. Stairs are everywhere, but everybody keeps jumping
Nobody-
off stuff. And it's
Ain't
like,
nobody
you know,
got time for stairs.
Those
Yeah,
handrails
fuck
weren't
stairs.
cheap. It's not just ornamental.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
when
All right, on with
you're
the
in a
story,
kung fu
sir.
fight, when you're kung fuing, it's hard to use that kind of logic.
yep, screw a handrail. I'm jumping off.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Black Madge has the book, and he is getting freakadelic with it. He's breathing fire. He's belly dancing. He's rubbing sparklers on his nipples. And like, I'm not making this up. He's doing that. He's like getting crazy with it. And then it's just like that little short scene, and you're like, oh my god, that guy's a freak. Then it goes back to Fang, who takes Billy to the mass burial ground and calls out to his dad to show where he's buried. And a hand pops out, and then all these hands are popping out, and they're all like, I'm your dad, haha, I'm your dad.
No, I'm your dad.
And they're all just
Is this
fucking
just
with
a
it.
dad.
rip off of Spartacus?
Which one's my dad?
What can you say, The dad gotta have fun, too. And so then, all of a sudden, Billy remembers, wait a second.
I've got it. 6 fingers. Dad had 6 fingers.
Is that so?
Yeah, let's go find him.
Oh.
Here you are. I found him!
My dad had 6 fingers.
Yeah.
And he finds his father's hand, complete with 5
Found ya!
fingers. That's right. They show a regular hand, immediately contradicting what they just said.
Not even stuck on a hot dog.
Yeah,
Nothing. Didn't even try.
Didn't even try.
Didn't
you
even
know
try.
why? Because they probably just watched the movie and said, how are we going to script this? I don't know, let's make it up. Okay. You got any
There you
ideas? Yeah. I really think if we would have watched the Kung Fu movie with the original dialogue, and if we could speak Mandarin or Cantonese, whichever it was, I think it was Cantonese, if we could speak it, it would be a completely different movie.
Probably.
I think we have our homework.
Probably right.
That's all right.
Let's get to it, everybody.
Yeah.
I'll accept this. I'll accept.
Let's bring
this
back here in 2 days. Think we can do this in 2 days? Or in Cantonese, watch a movie in Cantonese. 2 days? Is that enough time? All right, let's do this.
They dig up Daddy, and his body turns immediately into bones. It was kind of funny because it's like he's all ruddy and puffy, and then all of a sudden, boom, bones.
Well,
And they
he
shove
looks
the bones in a
normal,
bag.
and then all of a sudden he just decomposes instantly, like boom.
Yeah. Boom to bones.
And then it's like a
Black
close up
Madge-
of the skull.
Black Madge keeps on getting freaky with the book, and he calls upon a deadly ghost to attack Billy and company. And the bones of his father warn him to help protect him while they flee, because this ghost is pretty badass, and yeah, it could hurt you pretty bad. And this is where some ghost foo peppered in with a little stretchy arm shoulder ripping happens.
Ooh, shoulder rip. Rip shoulder.
Which goes to show
and then
that
it happens
none-
again. Rip shoulder
none are
again.
immune to shoulder ripping. Yeah. Everybody is vulnerable to the shoulder rip.
Yep.
There's ghost robes and bones flying, and the deadly ghost jumps out of the trees to get them. And that's when the government agent dude is meeting up with the captain, the captain's assistant or whatever, and they give him the skinny on the situation here. And this is back at the hotel, so like all this crap's going on in different places.
Yeah.
And in the hotel, the two ninja lawmen or whatever, they hear some people getting freaky in the room next to them.
Oh, you got to remember, as soon as like the ghost, the people that dude sicked on Billy to go, they go away. It pans in on the one law guy in the hotel, and it looks like he's sniffing. He's obviously drinking something, but he's like, "Oh, this cup smells weird." And then his buddy walks around the corner. He throws it down real quick. Like, I wasn't sniffing it. You got to watch it again. Just think about that next time you see that.
But when they hear the people doing it, they like hear other people walking around, so they go to investigate, and they prevent the assassination and getting the hearts.
It's at 55-54.
Yeah. The ninja lawmen and the assassins commence to fooing, which spoils the killing. No hearts achieved. The assassins escape to give Black Madge the bad news. Cam Dai-Fu is pissed off again and almost kills them, but then Black Madge gives this like goofy hand signal. He's like, wait, with a secret gesture. And instead the assassins are giving food in a nice room, which the assassins are a man and a woman, so you can kind of see what's going to happen here.
Uh-huh.
And they're being set up as heart donors.
Oh, yeah.
And they get all relaxed, put on some Marvin Gaye,
Yeah.
shoulder rubbing,
Yeah.
and they commence to bumping.
Sorry,
And
I
Cam
ripped your
Dai-Fu
shoulder
comes in
earlier.
to collect the hearts himself, and that really killed the mood.
Hell yeah, it did.
Yeah, I said killed the mood.
Get
Get it? They prep for the ritual, and Black Madge is blowing up trees and setting fountains off while boiling down the hearts. And he slurps it up and spits it onto Cam Dai-Fu. But this time, it hurts him. And he like has this like ghost flames on him. And he's like, "Boah!"
Oh, shit.
But he just keeps spitting on him. And it appears to work. And just to prove it, they take a knife on him and then it indeed bounced off. Everywhere but his nips.
Hey, you forgot about the lightning striking the tree. Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
Think about that part.
He's blowing up trees and stuff. And it looks like Kam Dai-Fu has Achilles' nipples.
Achilles' nipples. I like
The whole conspiracy boils over, and the remaining 25 minutes of the movie is mostly kung fu. Fang, the old dude, is assassinated by a killer, and the killer is caught, food, and gets his head twisted, breaks his neck. I think Billy did it, didn't he? Yeah. Billy kills the dude, the assassin that killed Fang. And then Billy gets mega pissed, and him, the ninja cops, make a plan.
Cops!
Billy and Fang's daughter act
That's
like a
a
couple
movie
on
title
holiday.
right there!
Yeah.
Ninja Cop? Oh yeah.
Ninja Cops!
Ninja Cop.
I bet it is a movie.
Hell
We'll have to
yeah.
look that up. I bet it's a movie.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Well, they act like Billy and Fang's daughter act like a couple to try and lure them in, as like, oh, okay, these guys, they're obviously gonna have sex, so we're gonna get their hearts when they're doing it. And Black Madge falls for the bait, and so some more magic kung fu happens. But what was funny is, like, when they go into the building, Black Madge is like, hey, there's red paint over the door. Oh, I guess I shouldn't go in there. And then he starts walking away, and he's like, wait, Kam Dai-Fu is really suspicious. If I don't try, he might go freaky on me.
Might go freaky.
He's like, what the hell? Give it a try.
It's covered in a red halo. I better not go in. Kam Dai-Fu is very suspicious. He may think I've not tried my best. All right, what the hell?
He walks in, and there's magic kung fu happening. There's fire, hair whipping, purple nurpling, and then like,
Nurple!
That's how Black Madge is killed, and his death line is hilarious. He's like, he's laying there looking like dead, and the guys are like, "Oh, he's dead." And then he wakes up, looks at him, he goes, 3 against 1. It would be amazing if.
Oh yeah.
Is he dead yet? 3 against 1? It'd really be amazing if I lived.
And then he dies.
That was a good line, man.
I love that.
It was just like
okay,
one
wait a
last
minute.
walk-up.
Isn't that
Well,
like
one last
they all
walk-up
teamed
from the
up on
match.
him, and then they did this weird, like, the guy jumps up and he does kind of like a somersault over him, and then puts his legs over top of his shoulders, and then his head next to his... There's all this weird acrobatic bullshit going on. And then all of a sudden, he's just covered in blood.
They were like pinching his armpits and doing weird shit to him.
Cowbite!
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
When was the part where all the girls like ran up in a line and threw like tissues at the guy's face? Wasn't that Black Madge?
Yeah, that
Before
was
that fight.
when all the magic stuff's happening. Yeah, they
That's
all line
magic.
up and then they just like pew 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 like paper
Yeah, that
lanterns
was hilarious.
yeah, exploding paper lanterns. It catches the building on fire, but nobody cares. They just keep going. So after they take down Black Madge, the whole town now knows what's happening. They know that Kam Dai-Fu's behind it.
Yep.
They know that people are getting murdered because of it, and they grab their pitchforks and they go after Kam Dai-Fu. And now it's time for the showdown, man. There's this massive brawl. Like the whole city is fooing as far as the eye can see. They're all just like,
Foo everywhere.
yeah, foo everywhere.
Booze!
And then the house catches on fire there, but nobody cares. They just keep fighting. And,
It's mob rule. You can't stop them.
And then the spirits of the people that Kam Dai-Fu killed, they turn into these fiery spirit balls and chase Kam Dai-Fu and run his ass out of town. And
They
all
look
the
kind
ghost
of like
once is
marshmallows that are on fire, and they're just kind of bringing them around on a
zip
string.
lines.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Fiery ping pong balls on zip lines.
Or marshmallows.
Yeah, marshmallows.
Burning
They
marshmallows.
burn like that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's funny because like the ghosts, they want their hearts back, and they're all going, "I want my heart!
Give me my heart back!"
And they're going, they look like a dog begging what they're doing with their hands. They're going,
he even cuts a ghost in half, and it like splits and then goes back
Comes right
together.
back.
Like, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm not really dead. I'm already
Yeah.
dead.
So
Cam
Cam
Dai
gets freaked
Fu-
out and runs.
Yeah, see?
He runs all through the night until morning, and Billy catches up with him, and then the final battle ensues, and there is much fooing, until Billy rips open Cam Dai Fu's shirt, exposing his weak spot, the
Yeah.
nips.
That must be your weak spot.
Ah, I see your nipples are covered.
And then he rabbit punches those nips, making Cam Dai Fu his
Yeah.
bitch. He punches the nips, he kicks the nips, he headbutts the nips.
Yeah, and he's
Everything
got bandages
towards the
over
nips.
his nipples. He's always and then he punches one.
Yeah.
What is with the
And then he
bandages?
squirts
over the
everywhere.
nips? Yeah, it squirts. My ketchup.
Then the ghosts join in the fun, and this is where Cam Dai Fu goes down.
Oh,
Yeah. The ghosts bury him alive. And then
Yeah.
he gets one last line, though, before he does it. He says, "Freaky bastard!" one more time.
You freaky bastard. You go to hell now. You can join your old man there.
And then he's buried alive. And the ghosts have a rabble in their victory. And he shoots out of the ground. And the end.
Shoot out of the
why isn't
ground.
it-
We should all shoot out of the ground.
Focal point that his nipples were the targets, and he had bandages over his nipples. Think about why is it the nipples?
I guess the blood didn't
It's a
get
weak
there
spot.
very well. Well, the reason there's bandages over it is because when they were like doing the knife test on him, the two guys came at him from the front and stabbed him in both nipples.
Sensitive,
And he was like,
man.
I
It's
should
sensitive.
kill you. And
That's right. Yeah,
But
the nipples.
the real reason there are bandages over the nipples is so they can have blood packs in those bandages.
That's where he stores his ketchup.
Got to get the squirting blood shot. And it was worth it.
When the guy blew the blood on him, he missed the nipples.
He missed his nips. He must have been covering them with his fingers or something.
Yeah.
It was cold.
Pasties.
Yeah,
was
that's
cold.
what it
You can't
was.
blame him.
My pasties.
The blood gets my nips. Okay.
That's when I twist them.
Oh,
So the movie's over. What did you guys think?
I liked it. It's just I wish that he actually would have like drove a sword through him or something after he gets buried, because you can't just leave him there. You didn't kill him. You didn't strangle the life out of him
Yeah.
or break his neck or anything like that. You just, I guess the ghost buried him alive. I'll just leave. Like, fuck that.
They should have used
I'm
some kind
killing
of
that
magic
guy.
too, because the Billy was ultimately trying to become a wizard himself. Because he was all like, if I can become as powerful a wizard as them, then I can beat them. And then what he should have done was like use some crazy magic and sealed his tomb or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then so he would know for sure.
Yeah.
He left it to the ghosts.
Yeah, that's bullshit. And he was just
Yeah.
telling him, no, I can do it by myself. I don't need your help.
Yeah.
And then he ends up getting stuck in the coffin, and somehow the ghosts are like, oh, we should help him. They help him again, and he comes out, and he thanks him. He's like, thanks.
Yeah.
So why
did kinda
did he
just
just
peter
let
out.
them take over and bury this motherfucker alive? Why? Why did he let them do it when he said that he can do it himself?
I guess we need to ask Chu Lee.
He's just gonna be a ghost
His
anyway.
vision. What? Yeah. Now he's in hell.
Yeah. Also, you should
Probably saving up
remember
his money.
that Billy is dressed in white in the end scene, which I think in that culture, like, white is the color of death. We think of it as like pure and black is bad or something, but this dude dressed in white he wins.
Yeah, he did have time to change his clothes.
Yeah.
The little interaction was funny too, because he's like, "Oh, you're up early," and I can't remember what else he said, but it was just like they talked like they were friends for a second, and then they start beating the shit out of each other.
Oh, you're up early, huh? You here for the fresh air and exercise? Huh?
You get up very early, too. Fresh air's good for you.
Wow, you change fast, just like the weather.
I'll kill you.
Let's fight!
But
We fight now!
Now we fight!
Lazy,
Yes.
how many foos would you give this movie?
That's a tough question, man. What is it? Like 0 to 10? Or would you give it 0 to 20? Are we being...
However you want to scale it.
Yeah, dude, make
however
it 0
many
to 100.
foos.
Okay.
Zero. How about this? How about we go on a foo scale of 0 to 54?
To 54.
54.
Yeah.
What would you rate
That's
this
perfect.
foo? How many foos you give this foo? Foo.
I'm going to give it I'll call it a 40. It's pretty good, man. Their use of rip shoulder.
40 foos.
Yeah, 40 foos.
40 foos.
Lazy gives it 40 foos. Dr. Science, how many foos?
I give it a solid 43.
43 foos.
So we're close to agreement here. Why is that?
It was a good foo flick. There was a lot of fooing. There was a lot of bad dubbing. But good bad dubbing, if that makes any sense at all.
It's a constant positive.
The movie flows well.
It does. It really does.
Bike Burfy, how many foos?
I give it 10 foos.
10 foos, huh? That's it?
Wow.
10.
Hatred.
Setting the bar low.
He just must hate Kung Fu.
I'm going to give it a Mach
enough, I
8
guess.
fist.
Mach 8 fist. That's not on the scale, Mike. How does that translate?
It's off the scale. It's a Mach 8 fist, man.
But Mach 8 is a speed. How is that supposed to be?
Do we have a
rating?
legend? Is there some sort of conversion key that we can use?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me look it up. Okay.
Well, I'm giving it.
Carry the 2. All right. You gotta. Oh shit! Numerators, denominators, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Square the root.
Yeah.
Dodecahedrons.
Cube the square.
Yeah.
It's like 89,000 foos.
89,000 foos.
That's
Holy
too
shit,
many.
That's a lot of foos.
Yeah, it just breaks all records.
Breaks all records of foo.
Well, they did the rip shoulder, which was cool. There was lots of jumping. There was good kung fu. They had good testicle references. Like there was ball punching. There was a bunch of near misses with ball kicks, and the acrobatics was good. Some of these guys are real gymnasts. The way that they're kicking and then grabbing their legs up in like mid kick, that was pretty cool. I think they did a good job. But Dracula was pretty fucking. I don't know, man. Dracula didn't do very good. It's like this white guy and way too much makeup, and he's going the whole time, like, look at my teeth. He's just kind of hanging out there. It's like his teeth was the biggest thing that he had. That kind of made it lose some points. I mean, they did include Dracula, so they got points. But then he's the only white guy, and he looks like an idiot, so they lost points.
He was pretty fruity.
He was pretty fruity. And the thing with the bananas, they always had bananas. I don't know why.
They did. They did always have bananas.
I don't like bananas.
I didn't notice the bananas.
Yeah, every time they were like in someplace hospitable, there were bananas.
Oh yeah.
They lost a point because of the bananas.
Fuck bananas.
Well, potassium is important.
Yeah. And because there was some inconsistencies. Like, he's like, oh, I don't need your help. And then they helped him, and he's like, thanks. And then they helped him again, and he let the zombies kill him at the end. That's why they didn't get a full 54 rating.
Fair enough. I think that's a pretty fair assessment.
All right.
What do you think, Bobby Mike?
Well, good job. I think that he's spot on.
Bitchin'.
Righto. All right. Well, Lazy, thanks for coming on and being a part of this. You were the
thought it would
perfect
be
guest
longer
for this movie.
Thanks,
well, here's
buddy.
what we're doing. Dr. Science and I have decided that we're going to use a formula here. About every fourth episode is going to be a Kung Fu episode. And every fifth episode is going to be an action movie, which, next episode, will be hosted by the great Dr. Science, and he will be carrying the gauntlet as we review a Steven Seagal sequel that is sure to be craptastic.
Yeah.
Seagal sequel.
Under Siege 2, Electric
2.
Boogaloo.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, buddies.
In the first one, he was on a boat. In this one, he's on a train.
Yeah.
And he is under siege as well.
2.
Oh, yeah, 2.
Also
under siege.
From 2.
It's not as catchy, but...
Yeah. And this will actually be the first episode where I haven't seen the movie ahead of time, so I'm pretty excited. All these other ones we've done, I've seen the movie.
So for real, I've actually got a movie up on you, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chalk one up. Chalk one up for science.
I'm just kidding.
I'm sure I'll love it.
For science.
You got it. You're going to have to be the one leading this next episode, which is going to be interesting. So I get to be the background noise.
Whoop, whoop. You get to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you say?
What? Huh?
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 All right. Well, let's quit while we're ahead.
Yeah!
So,
yeah.
tune in next week.
Awesome!
Not next week. Next episode, because this isn't a weekly thing. If it was, it's
See y'all
too
later.
much work.
That's too much pressure. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on me.
Ricky Bobby.
So, until next time, I'm Bobby Mike.
Ricky
And
Bobby.
I'm Dr. Science.
The Nice Ninja.
What? Huh?
Peace out.
Cut it.
You know what, Mike? You didn't mention catering in this one.
Shit. You're right.